Hey everyone, welcome back to Healthy Home Mama. Today I have a very quick video to share with you guys of what I did with 4 heads of cabbage. This was a processing day for me and I'm just going to walk you through exactly what I made with these 4 heads of cabbage and what I canned. So as you can see here, I'm taking 2 heads of cabbage and making it into some sauerkraut. I'm shredding it really fine in my food processor. This is only the second time I believe that I've made sauerkraut. The first time was a fail. And so when I went to buy these heads of cabbage, that's what was my intention, was to make sauerkraut and to have a successful attempt at the sauerkraut, because like I said, the first time it did not turn out very good. So I actually intended to make all 4 heads into sauerkraut, but these heads were giant. And so as you can see, this made a ton. This was only 2 heads of cabbage. So now I'm adding in some pink Himalayan salt, and then I'm just going to mix it up until I get a lot of juices flowing. So this took a few minutes to just really get my hands in there and get it all mixed up until I got a lot of the juices flowing to be able to then pack it into the jars, which as you can see here, it's all mixed up. You can see some juice there in the bottom. And now I'm going to pack it into my jars. I did 5, I believe it was 5 quarts of the sauerkraut. So that's how much it made. So packed it down into these jars really nice and tight and had enough of the juice there at the top to have it covered. So that's the key when making sauerkraut, is to cover all of the cabbage with the juice. You don't want any of the cabbage above the juice or it will mold. And so just packing it down really tight, getting the juices there to settle towards the top. And then I saved some of the cabbage leaves from the beginning. Here you can see it all packed in. It's nice and bubbly. Juices are at the top and everything is covered. So like I said, I saved the cabbage leaves like you can see here. I'm ripping them up and just kind of pushing it down in there to get everything to stay below that liquid. Now, there are fermentation weights, I believe, that you can get to help hold everything down. I do not have those, but I did use some Ziploc baggies that I filled with water and they worked just as good. So like you can see here, a little bit of water in a Ziploc baggie pushed down on top of those cabbage leaves. And this is just going to make sure that everything stays below that juice level. So I didn't even add lids on top of these jars because as you can see, the baggies are sticking out the top. It worked out perfectly fine for me, so I'm not sure if that is a requirement, but I do know that when you have lids, you have to like pop it and let some of the gases out each day. So I didn't have lids and I didn't have that problem. I left that out for about a week and it tastes amazing. So next up, with one of my heads of cabbage, I am making a canned coleslaw. This is without adding dressing to it, and my plan is just to add the dressing to it later. So right now I'm mixing up that liquid and boiling it, and then I am adding my mixed together coleslaw plus that liquid and then canning it. As you can see here, here's my canning fail. One of the jars busted and there was stuff all over my canner. But this was a late night process, so I didn't get the whole process of me doing this. But here you can see 4 jars survived. I got 4 jars out of it. And I'm excited to try it. We don't even use a lot of coleslaw, but we do use it on barbecue sandwiches. So I'm excited to try it on that. And then the final head of cabbage, I made into this cabbage soup that I canned. And this turned out so good. I will link all of the recipes that I used down below. And I apologize for not getting a lot of video footage of those last 2 recipes. We had a bit of a family emergency the night that I was canning the coleslaw. And we actually had to go to the ER the night that I was making the coleslaw. So because of that, the rest of the footage did not happen. But like I said, I will link the rest of all of the recipes down below. And thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope this inspired you that if you do have a lot of cabbage to use up, here are a few ways that you can use it. So thanks for hanging out with me today on this quick video footage of what I did on my processing day of how I used 4 ginormous heads of cabbage. I will see you guys back here real soon. Bye.